Hey everybody, it's the Instant Classic here. Gonna go over tonight's Royal Rumble. Now these are some of my thoughts, my opinions, my predictions of what's gonna happen, along with what I think WWE is gonna do. So we're gonna do it two ways. What I think should happen and what I think WWE is gonna do. So we're gonna start off with the pre-show. So there are three matches for tonight's Royal Rumble pre-show. The first one being Bobby Roode versus I guess it's an open match. It says TBD, so it's to be decided. I think, and I'm going to go with both ways here, what I think WWE will do and what I think they should do. And that is, I think it will be Bobby Roode versus James Storm. The reason why I say James Storm is because he hasn't been signed with TNA or Impact Wrestling since I think it was November or December of 2017. So that gives him plenty of time to be ready for the Rumble. Also, I do know that he has said that he wants to come back and wrestle with WWE. And what better way than to put him up against Bobby Roode at the pay-per-view? If you guys have all know, James Storm and Bobby Roode used to have a tag team together called Beer Money back on Impact Wrestling. So to me, that makes the most sense. By the way, I don't know if I will watch the pre-show. I might, just for that match right there. So the next match is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Balor Club, the Club, whatever you want to call them, going up against the Revival of Scott Dawson and Ash Wilder in a tag team match. I have to think. Part of me thinks WWE is going to go with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, just because I think they really want to push that team now, especially with Finn Balor being part of it. I have to think the Revival is going to win. And the reason why I think they should have the Revival win is because they had the Club already kind of destroy them on Raw 25, but you can't really take anything serious when it came to Raw 25. It was a terrible show. So I think the Revival is going to go over, and it's going to create a rivalry that could maybe go to WrestleMania. I'm not sure, though. So the next one up is a six-man tag team match with the Cruiserweights. Got Kalisto, Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik versus TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Now, when I read that card, honestly, I think it's a no-given. WWE, in my opinion, is going to be the same, and that's to have Kalisto and Lince and Metalik go over. And that's because they're the baby faces. They're the good guys. I don't see the other ones going over and winning. Maybe if they do, it'd be because of TJP. Maybe they want to kind of promote him again, get him back on top. I'm going to cover the Rumbles last. So we're going to go with some of the other matches on the card. The Usos going up against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team titles, for SmackDown's tag team titles. Personally, for me, I really, really want to see Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin win the belt. Just because I'm a huge Shelton Benjamin fan. I don't know how long he's going to be with WWE or how much longer he's going to keep wrestling. So anytime he can get a title shot and put in that position, I think is great. Part of me really thinks they're going to give it to them, though. The Usos have held him for a while. I just think it's time they're going to do it. So we'll see. I mean, when it comes to tag team titles at Royal Rumble, you never know how it's going to go. We've had some really unexpected things go there. Next up is for the Raw tag team titles. And that is Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I think WWE and me are going to agree with this when I think Cesaro and Sheamus are going to go over and win the belts. Just because with Dean Ambrose probably coming back soon, Roman Reigns, of course, being healthy and good, I think it just makes sense that they end that tag team. Jason Jordan, it's just not a good mesh. I don't know why they did it, but then again, I don't know why they do a lot of things that they do. So I believe Cesaro and Sheamus will win the belts. Next up is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn handicap match for the WWE title. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the same with them again. AJ Styles winning it. I cannot see him seeing them being a co-tag team champs, especially with Elimination Chamber SmackDowns being next month. I don't know how they could pull that off. So we'll see. Next matchup is Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane for the WWE title. I'm a little torn because part of me thinks maybe they'll let Strowman go over, but I think it's going to be Lesnar. And the reason why I think it's going to be Lesnar is it's not going to be Kane. And Strowman, I don't know, because you got to think this is going to be the guy going into WrestleMania. I don't think, and the reason why I say this is when I get to the Men's Royal Rumble, you'll understand. Strowman, I just don't see it. I think Lesnar's going to go over, and Lesnar will lose the belt at Mania. We'll go over that later when that happens. Women's Royal Rumble. Now, there hasn't been that many names announced. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Raw women, though, that wins it. Just because SmackDown has their pay-per-view coming up before Mania. So, I'm going to go with... and I'm torn. I don't know who WWE's going to pick. I really don't. And I'm going to say that... Well... Okay. I think it's going to be between Asuka or Nia Jax. But I do believe that it could possibly be a woman they haven't announced yet. But for me, those are going to be my two choices. Like I said, I don't believe it would be a SmackDown, though. 2008 Men's Royal Rumble. Now, I know there's been tons of rumors who they think is going to win. I'm going to go with what I believe WWE is going to pick. And that's Roman Reigns. And the reason why I say Roman Reigns is he lost the IC title at Raw 25, and then all of a sudden is last announced to be in the Royal Rumble. I think he's going to win it. I know the fans are going to like it. I'm not going to like it. But it's going to set up to have Roman Reigns take on Lesnar at WrestleMania and have Reigns go over and win the title. That's the way I see them booking it and doing it. Now, I know some people say John Cena. I don't believe John Cena just because there are still the rumors that they want him to take on Undertaker. How is he going to do that if he wins the Royal Rumble? Also, he's a part-timer. Doesn't make sense. Plus, I believe John Cena is going to be facing off Elias Sampson at Mania to kind of help the young talent push him over. Now, my choice, and I going off of the card, I don't see anybody that I like. But as far as a surprise entrance, I have to go with Daniel Bryan. There's so much buzz out there. I think if you're going to have Daniel Bryan come back, have him come back, and what they should do is have him be number 30. So it leaves the whole entire night, the crowd thinking, is he coming back? Is he going to wrestle? I hope so. I think it'd be great. Daniel Bryan wins, goes on to Mania. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. To me, it just makes sense. Reigns wins it and faces him. It's pretty easy to tell that's what's going to happen. So these are my Royal Rumble thoughts and predictions. Let me know what yours are. See ya.